Hi, how you doing and welcome back to the video. On the channel, what we have for you today is our preview video going into Game Week 23, my review of Game Week 22, how my team did, as well as my thoughts moving forward regarding transfers and team selection. If you are new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. The support has been awesome and we are a small channel trying to grow, so any support and feedback is always appreciated. Let's take a look at the scores for this week. So we're going to start with the defence, and it was, if Game Week 21 was a good game week for defence, Game Week 22 was the complete opposite, or maybe even just back to normal, to be honest. Nobody returned, didn't really get any points. I did get 51 points for the game week, but when you look at my midfield and my attack, I'm not too sure where 51 points came from, because you look at a lot of the players and they're like 1 or 2 points, and I know I got some attacking returns, which is always nice. Did captain Foden. Alvarez outscored Foden, but at the time you don't really know how it's going to go. And I am outside the top 50k for the first time since Game Week 9, which, whilst is a decrease, is still a fantastic position to be in, and I'm sure lots of managers would want to swap places with me. And it's only a game, so we're going to try and get back into the top 50k this game week. Let's take a look at the fixtures moving forward. So for this game week, it's a really short turnaround between Game Week 22 and Game Week 23. The fixtures begin tomorrow at 12:30 with Everton versus Spurs. So it's going to be an 11 o'clock deadline. In terms of captaincy, I think people are going to start thinking about bringing Haaland back in, me included. One of my transfer options is to bring in Haaland for Alvarez. Whether it's a week too soon remains to be seen, but I do need to make a decision quite quick. Outside of someone like Haaland, or maybe even De Bruyne if you want to take a risk, I think Watkins away at Sheffield United is a pretty good safe bet. He's the sort of player that's going to get a goal, so he might not get a massive haul, but with Arsenal playing Liverpool and Man United, West Ham, and you might want to try and go for a Luton player, but a Newcastle player against Luton, but there's not really loads of standout options, especially with players like Salah and Son still away at their international competitions, or still got a little bit of an injury carrying on from that. So for me, it probably is a Man City player. If I've got Haaland in by the deadline, I'll definitely be captaining him and just going for it. So the team for this game week is as follows, and it's not a bad game week, to be honest, to have for my players. We've got Villa away at Sheffield, like we've said, Man City away at Brentford. There's a couple of tough fixtures of Arsenal, Liverpool playing, but Spurs away at Everton, and we also have Chelsea playing Wolves at home. I think overall it's quite a good game week. I think I'm probably going to bring in Lascelles for Gabriel in defence, but other than that, I think I'm quite happy with how it is. My one problem I have is that I've got 13.9 million in the bank with 2 free transfers, so it's really what to do with that free transfer. We talked about last week about if you've only got one, you kind of let it roll in case there's anything that comes up in the meantime. Now I've got 2, I'm a little bit stuck, and because of the short deadlines, I've not had loads of time to think, if I'm being honest. So if anyone does have any ideas, please do let me know in the comments, because your support and your ideas will be really appreciated. And, my options will be, can we get a big hitter in? Someone like De Bruyne or Haaland. I think if I had to make the decision, I'd go Haaland. Is it a week too early, and is Alvarez still going to start? Probably is, but if I'm going to use it or lose it in terms of the transfer, maybe now is the time to make that, considering as soon as Haaland is fit, I'm going to want him in anyway. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you think in the comments. Good luck in your game week as well. Bit of a shorter video today, but as we said, the turnaround is really short, and if you've got any questions as well, I'll try and get back to you before the deadline tomorrow. So thank you very much for listening, and I will see you in the next one.